Hello, it's Saturday, December 21st. We're playing a bunch of New York Times games, starting with Connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got Band, Sleigh, Baloney, Pan, Bunk, Grouch, Circle, Canopy, Croc, just the letter O, Statuette, Pot, Ring, Murphy, Casserole, and Hoop. I mean, is it too much to say that Ring, O, and Hoop are all the same shape? A pan? Oh, circle? I mean, it feels a bit obvious. Maybe it's yellow, though. Let's try it. That's one away. Okay, so there's other circular things here. Bologna can be circular. Pans can be circular. Pots can be circular. Okay, so I gotta hold off on that. Croc as in a crock pot, or croc as in a crocodile. Something else. The Grouch. Murphy. Like Murphy's Law. Sleigh. Okay, what is going on here? I fell for some kind of red herring. These felt the most obviously circular, but obviously I don't even know which one to remove. Maybe it's the O. um, Statuette, like a small statue? What would that go with? Baloney, like someone's talking BS, or it could be the meat. I don't see anything else that would be like someone talking BS. So part of a sandwich. Wait, crock can mean BS. That's a load of crock. Are there 2 more? You're talking casserole. I don't know. I don't. Oh, bunk. Yeah. I kept thinking like bunk, like a bunk bed, but no, that's bunk. Like you can debunk something, right? I don't know if that's the same word, but that's bunk. That's crock. That's baloney. That's statuette. That's hoop. That's pot. That's canopy. That's pan. That's sleigh. That's band. What's the 4th one? I don't know. Is Murphy used that way? I haven't heard Murphy used that way. I've heard of Murphy's Law, which is quite different. Something could go wrong at will. Um, Grouch, not really. Ring, not really. Okay, I gotta hold off on that then. I mean, we've got Sleigh Bells Ring. Are you listening? In the rain, snow is glistening. Something like that. How does that song go? A band can be like a band that goes around your wrist or something like that. So like a band and a ring and a hoop are all kind of circular jewelry. And you also a band can just be like another name for ring, like a wedding band. Circle. So here's the thing: ring, O, circle, and hoop was one away. So if ring and hoop are definitely going together, I think we're putting band in there, and we need circle or O. I don't know why O would be it, so I'm gonna try circle. Yeah, loop. Okay. So O is in something else. Got it. I had I had a suspicion that it was too obviously in that category, and so then shouldn't be. But like, what would O go with? Cheery O. Statuette. Like, can statuette be like an adjective? Like she's very statuette. Like she's very statue-like. I don't know. I feel like that would be statuesque. Canopy, like a tree canopy, like a covering, right? A canopy is a covering. A pot is a covering. I don't really see other coverings. We still have that's a load of baloney, a load of crock, a load of bunk. Pan. When you pan something, you're saying that you dislike it. Like the critics panned the film. Audiences panned it. I guess I could try it. It feels different to me, but I want to see if I'm one away at least. I'm not even one away, so it is not that. Okay, so I got to think of something else for those. Grouch, like Oscar the Grouch. Like, are we talking about characters in Sesame Street? I don't know what else would be a Sesame Street character. Bunk bed. This is balcony, but it's missing the C. seeing canopy makes my brain think this says balcony, and those feel similar. But do we have like a missing letter purple? That would be crazy. Murphy, Eddie Murphy. This one's tough. I don't know what's going on here. Slay also makes me think maybe it's a homophone, like for slay, like I'm slaying you. I don't know like what other homophones we'd have. It also makes me think Sleigh Bells Ring, the song, like, or it's just a sleigh, like Santa's sleigh. Things found at like a scene, like a Christmas holiday scene, like on front on someone's yard, like a statuette, a sleigh. I don't know. Pots and pans. Do pot and pan go together, or are they separate? I want to put like bunk and canopy together. I'm not entirely sure why. They feel like parts of a bed or something. You can put a statuette on it as well. I don't know. It seems like baloney to me. I have one more mistake I can use to try to get information. So, unfortunately, the only thing I learned I've already used. I found the yellow category. We know O didn't belong in it. And then the other thing is I learned that bunk, crock, baloney, and pan is not one away. So if crock and baloney go with two others, it's not bunk and pan. Casserole. Like, are we filling in the blank, like potato blank? Or cheese blank? What are these? Are these Steves? Like Steve-O, Steve Murphy? Is Steve Murphy someone? For some reason, I think Steve Murphy is someone. I don't know enough Steves. I just thought of Steve-O. I don't know. It's Eddie Murphy. Is there a Steve Murphy? I don't know. This one's not vibing. I have +2 to purple. Let's see. I can drink from my +2 to purple mug to see if that helps. But I suspect purple be purplin'. All right. Okay, did that help me find purple? What the heck does O go with? There's crock pot. So like pot, pan, and crock could be things you find in your kitchen. But I don't even see like a fourth like kitchen appliance. And you wouldn't call it just a crock. You call it a crock pot or a slow cooker. I've never heard anyone call it just crock, but maybe. Is like Murphy some kind of kitchen appliance? Like a casserole dish? Is it like blank dish? Like what else would be dish though? Nothing. We have music genres with a letter wrong, like bunk should be punk, and then we've got this should be rock somehow. that seems like a stretch even for a purple, because they aren't consistent in what you have to do to them to get punk and rock. But I don't even know what else would go with that. Murphy is confusing me. I know Murphy's Law and I know Eddie Murphy. I don't know, are these all Steves? What would be our last Steve? Steve Casserole, Steve Pan, Steve Pot, Steve Canopy, Steve Baloney, Steve Grouch. I don't see another Steve. Steve Statuette. I could just try it with something random and see if I'm one away. It uses my last mistake, but I don't know what else to do here. I'm so stuck. Why not? Not one away. Okay. Welp. I think I've lost this one. I can only think of like crock, casserole, pan, and pot as like kitcheny things. I don't know what else. Like what would baloney? Oh, like what does O go with? What would statuette go with? Like the only thing I can think of is like statuette is like lawn ornaments, right? You have a statuette on your lawn, like a small statue of something. You've got a canopy on your lawn, maybe. You've got pot on your lawn. No. Like what else would even be on your lawn though? A sleigh? Canopy, a statuette, and A bunk? All right. I don't know. Maybe try with bunk. I don't understand what a bunk would be on your lawn. You're not gonna have baloney on your lawn. Maybe like a crocodile. I don't know. All right, I'm basically giving up. I'm trying this. This is gonna be wrong. Yeah. What were they? Cooking vessels, casserole, crock, pan, pot. I said that. Okay. Bunk, canopy, Murphy, and sleigh are kinds of beds. Did not know that. Things called Oscar. Oscar Mayer, maybe for baloney. Oscar the Grouch. Oscar O. Oscar statuette. So like the thing you win when you win an Oscar, that's Oscar. He's the statuette. Why would O be Oscar? Is just a nickname for Oscar? Oscar the Grouch. And then Baloney, would you call that Oscar? Like that's a brand, right? Oscar Mayer? Okay. I wasn't going to get that. I wasn't going to get that because I didn't know kinds of beds. I did think of that, but I talked myself out of it, but it wouldn't have helped, I don't think. Wow, okay. I did think of canopy beds. I did think of that. But I thought canopy and bunk were like parts of a bed. Okay. Oh, is Murphy bed? I'm going to look up these, but I think Murphy bed is the ones that like go up into the wall. Now that I hear that. Yeah, a bed that is hinged at one end to store vertically, yeah. And then sleigh bed. What's a sleigh bed? Style of bed with curved or scrolled foot and headboards, thus resembling a sled or sleigh. Okay. So it's kind of a different shape for the beds. Like it looks kind of like a boat. Okay. Well, yeah, that was tough. Difficulty. I don't know. 3.8. Let's see. They gave it a 3 out of 5. Maybe more people know this trivia than me. When I never know like how many people know trivia that I don't know because I didn't know it. All right, let's check the bot. 55% solve rate, 4 out of 5 difficulty. Okay. So no one had my exact game. I'm not surprised. I kind of just guessed at the end there to be done. People got the cooking vessels first. I didn't think of casserole. Like it would be a casserole dish, right? A casserole is the thing that goes in the casserole dish. It's the food in my head. Maybe I'm wrong, but no one would ever say, "Hey, put the ingredients in the casserole and then put it in the oven." Like anyway, that's why I thought it didn't belong because I thought it was the food item, not the vessel, which would be a casserole dish. All right. Second, kinds of beds. So green and yellow people are getting. Ever. Yeah, the people who are losing are down to blue, purple, or possibly more. 7% losing games. 4% is kind of the baseline that we thought of yesterday. Yellow only is actually less common than getting nothing or green only. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I overthought green. Who knows? Yeah, a lot of people tried the Circle O ring hoop. Household items, sleigh bunk, canopy, statuette. Interesting. Baloney pan bunk crock nonsense. At least I'm not the only one who guessed that one. Didn't make no one else guessed these two because I was just kind of over it. All right. First mistake, same as me. Just trying to figure out the yellow, right? Chasing the one away is what people are doing there. Then thinking of like BS, but yeah, nonsense. All right. Well, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword. Now, today is Saturday. That means it's the big one. And also it means it ends pretty early. So make sure you check the date on it. You might already have Sundays. All right, let's play. Zap with a beam of light. Like, is that laze? Like you laze it with a laser? Blank solstice, the shortest day of the year, winter solstice. 100 years is a century. 100 years for Jimmy Carter. Age. Roll with it. I don't know that one. Sports newbies. Me. Yeah. I can't think of the word. I'm thinking about like JV, like junior varsity, but is there something before that? Anyway, like each day relative to the day before it for the next 6 months. Longer? Because it's the winter solstice? All right, Eugene V. blank. 5-time presidential candidate for the Socialist Party of America. No clue. First blank on a form, maybe. Line 1. Prepares for a test. Studies. I think lays is right, which is crazy. More spooky. Eerier. Everything cool between us? We good? Some loaves of bread or a homophone for what they do in the oven. Rise. That's funny. Oh, this is die? Roll with it. The die, you roll a die. Astronomer Sagan, whose papers are archived in Library of Congress. Carl Sagan. Spy org in Bridge of Spies. Is it KGB? Yeah. Okay. So we've got rookies. Sports newbies are rookies. That makes sense. And Eugene V. Debs. All right. They kind of just needed... they couldn't finish the puzzle correctly. So they needed Debs. I mean, who's heard of that person? Anyway. Cool. Not too bad. 136. Pretty good for the big Saturday. Getting lays. Pretty nice. I think that's my favorite of my just instant thoughts. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is keeping the faith. I see a Q. I want it to be Quran, but I don't see it. Monastery? I mean, I saw this and my brain went monastery. Oh, maybe it's monastery. There it is. Okay, so like church or temple. Surely there's temple here. Wait. How are we doing temple? It's like this temple. Okay. It could have crossed itself too, but I didn't want to. So we've got a monastery, temple. Do we have church? Do we have synagogue? Synagogue. No representation for the Jews. All right. What else do we have? So what are these? Like worship? What would they call this? Okay, I'm looking at SECPSDAS. What can we do here? Sad specs. No. QU. What are we doing with that? What are the Islamic ones called? I can't remember. It's one of those words where if I hear it, I know what it is, but it's hard for me to recall it. Tabernacle? Yeah, it is tabernacle. Okay. So, mosque. There we go. That's what it's called. Okay, got it. So our spanogram uses this S. Probably CAS. I got 2 words left. So our spanogram and then one more temple. More churchy thing. Space. Oops. Space. No. Maybe spaces is part. Maybe it's sad space. Wait, it wouldn't be sad spaces, would it? No. Hold on. Sad. I just do that right. Spaces. No. Sacred spaces makes a whole lot more sense. Oh, come on. Sacred spaces and then Abbey. Okay, got it. Okay. Not too bad. Did struggle a little bit. But yeah, I understood the theme pretty quickly. Saw monastery almost right away. Cool. Well, how'd you do?